Welcome to Roll Queue. Baskin just blowing into the studio just now. Yeah, well, he'll take his time. You don't even need the headset on. Oh, and we're locked in. I've got Soul Laners, SOT, Solo or Troll. That's titular Solo because of the Soul Laners. And Baskin. What's going on, guys? How's the roll feeling right now? Just low ball questions.
Yeah, it's been pretty lame.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I like mages. I like mages.
Thank God.
The role is so strong. You know, I love playing mages every game.
Is that true? Let's air it out, man. Let's talk about our feelings for a moment. There's a safe space because I don't think Hindu Man's in the building right now.
Okay.
How you feeling about Soul Lane?
As someone who queues ranked a lot every day, I'm miserable.
Okay, well that I don't think that has anything to do with the lane. You're just playing a lot of ranked. It sounds like
it does.
Is it really just like if I'm not playing mages, I just get owned?
Especially in ranked, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Do you agree with that, Baskin? I've seen a lot of Amaterasu from this guy.
Yeah, I think the roll's bad. Is that what we're talking about? Like in ranked?
Yeah, I mean in general. Get in the mic though. Get in the mic. Yeah,
Oh.
really, you can pull it. Like manhandle it. Don't worry about it. If it breaks, it breaks.
Yeah, I mean, every time I play mid and ranked, I'm having a blast, and every time I play solo, I'm not having as much fun.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Wait, do I need this on or like?
No, you don't need it.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
doesn't
God.
work.
You guys
There's
are.
no sound.
I mean, yeah, there's sound.
Oh.
There is sound, but it was
Oh,
a bit too loud, so
Yeah, there's like an adjustment thing right here.
I'm good. Yeah.
Cool. Dope. Sot, give me something. You're loving it, right? Like you're loving Soul Lane, right?
I mean,
It's like the least you.
I like mages, but I don't like building full tank mages. Like with life steal, it's kind of lame. I like the full damage mages, but I like when there's like options and like variety. You know, not just like not just only mages or only whatever class. But yeah, it's kind of boring. Like I haven't played much Smite at all in the last like few weeks.
What? You're not playing Smite.
Yeah, if he's not playing.
Yeah, you know, I'm okay with losing money if I don't have to, if I don't have to play ranked, like, yeah, I'm losing like thousands of dollars by not playing, and I mean, it's not worth it, dude. I don't know, it's just so boring.
It's tough.
Yep. So I'm waiting out for next patch.
I have a headache just thinking about queuing tonight, but
Yep.
It's not that bad over here.
Just play mid. Yeah.
yeah, I was queuing jungle and mid last night.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna play mages anyway.
Yeah, but at least I'm playing like full damage mages and like
Yeah.
I build like a more fun starter item and stuff.
Build Sands of Time in solo.
No, that's not how it works.
That's like
buddy.
bad though.
Yo,
Can't get
sorry.
away with that.
You really can't.
Have you
You need to sustain.
have you read Vamp Shroud
Vamp Shroud is
for a
ridiculous.
laning phase? Yeah,
It's like one of like the 3 items in the game that has prots and power on it too. Like, isn't that crazy?
Doesn't have any prots anymore.
Yeah, no.
Oh, they
the
took
upgrade
the
does.
sacrificial?
Sac
Yeah.
Shroud
Upgrade.
does.
Yep.
Right.
You weren't expecting that, huh?
No, I was not prepped. I did not prep for this. Okay, let's open the floor then. Whew, man, I'm not gonna ask you guys about Soul Lane again. Got burned once.
No, you can.
How's life, guys? How are we feeling about just general life right now? Woony?
I mean, same old. It's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
Weather's a little cold, but
Any drama in the ferryman house? Do you stay with the ferryman?
yeah, we're all in a house together. Not really. Pretty quiet house, gamer house.
God, you guys are too chill.
Yeah, I mean, well, everyone's just hardcore gaming all the time. So
Okay. What are you guys gaming? Smite, surely. Well, not you.
Well,
but the rest
yeah,
of them.
I mean,
Not
Smite.
Soul Laners.
Paul plays a lot of WoW Classic hardcore.
Oh, word. He seems like
Aurora's-
the type, yeah.
Yeah, Aurora's been playing Backpack Battles. It's like a new game. It's like I don't know, all the Hearthstone streamers are playing it. And then I think Sino just watches a lot of sports, and then Cyclone, I don't even know what he plays, but he plays a bunch of games.
That guy's usually on his anime phone game grind. I
Yeah.
talked to him a fair bit about that stuff.
Yeah,
Fair
likes
enough.
like the gacha games and stuff.
So, like, no drama. Nothing at all. No one's, like, too dirty.
Well, I mean, it's not the cleanest house, that's
Okay,
for sure,
okay.
But
Let's lean into that. Who's making the mess?
I don't know actually. I don't actually know. It's just.
Who do
we
you
have-
think it is?
Yeah, you gotta have
Blame someone.
If you don't know, it's you.
I mean,
That's true.
Well, I mean, sometimes I won't do my dishes for a couple days, but I don't know. We
you
have
can dance.
one small kitchen for 6 people, so it's kind of just like every time there's just always dishes there. That's like the
Okay.
main thing. Yeah,
Who's cooking? Who's cooking in the house?
I cook. Cyclone cooks sometimes. Sino cooks
Really?
sometimes.
I would have never
Yeah.
predicted Cyclone cooking.
Yeah, he cooks sometimes. He buys like steak and cooks it sometimes, like meat and
Better
rice.
than me, bro.
Then Aurora cooks a good amount. Yeah, I mean we all cook like a little bit, kind of.
Right.
But I don't think anyone cooks like every day.
Fair enough. All right, Nika. Air your complaints, man. I know you got
Oh,
to be
well,
hating something in the
my
Dragon
house?
household, yeah.
Um,
Well, you guys don't all stay together, right? Mike's separate.
only Mike is separate.
Okay, so
and
that's
Coast
okay.
now as well, but just because he hasn't moved in yet. I mean, the only thing I have to complain about is like the sink where you press the button and like like spins everything around, like the disposal.
The trash
It broke.
disposal. Oh,
Yeah, so that's really annoying.
right.
Um,
That's not a thing in Europe, though, is it? Like, you guys
No,
don't have that at
no.
all.
Nope.
Are you gonna be able to transition back to no garbage disposal?
It's tough.
It's gonna be.
It's tough. I haven't
I'm
been back to Europe in a while, so it's tough readjusting to something I'm not used to. And
Yeah. I'd be like cracking eggs, and I just throw the shells in the garbage disposal, bro. Like,
that's a good idea.
that's what it's for. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I wouldn't imagine anything else. To
you
throw
know
in
that,
there.
yeah. I mean, when it's fixed, I'll make sure to use that.
I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
mean, yeah, no drama here either. I mean, we're just chilling.
Come on, there's gotta be something.
Why would there be drama, man?
I don't know, man. Dardes is like doing something. I don't know.
Daughters is on a schedule to watch WoW Worlds, not League Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Like that's all he's doing.
All right. Well, what's Lasberg getting up to?
I don't even. He's at the gym. He's cooking.
Okay.
Scrimming.
You're scrimming at the same time, surely.
I hope so. Am I getting kicked?
He's doing tryouts behind your back or something.
Yeah, and I'm
No.
just queuing ranked a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
having a
Well,
great
less
time.
now. It sounds like.
No, a lot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm queuing
Because
a lot.
SOT has kind of vacated the stream scene. You're kind of
Someone's got to
that
do
slack,
it. Yeah,
right.
like like if someone has to show the solo lane side of the struggle, and I've taken that up pretty handedly.
What's your, all right, fellas? What's the least favorite like solo lane interaction? Like, who's the ranked player you run into the solo lane that is gonna ruin your experience?
Probably T-Souls.
T-Souls.
On the soul,
I
yeah.
against him yesterday.
Dude, I saw some T Souls auto speed queues.
I kind of think T Souls like has moved down the priority list though, right? Because if you play mages into the soul,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
not
Yeah,
as good.
yeah, like I played
yeah.
Raijin into it. And
Yeah,
it was like, that
yeah.
was easy.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago though. I haven't played with him in a few weeks, but
I played against him yesterday. He was on my team. He was owning. I'm a
Wow.
big T Souls
Nice.
fan after yesterday. I don't even know. It's just anyone who plays like I don't know Morgan Le Fay. Probably it's so boring to lane against.
Oh, fair
like
enough.
Raijin or something.
So like, fine, okay, he's off somewhere playing Morgan Le Fay right now. I'm sure.
Probably yeah.
God, that guy's gross. Sot, who do you hate? Who on the Oni
Who do I
Warriors
hate?
just gotta go? Besides, Dab me up.
I mean, who do I hate? I mean,
One
it's
easy answer.
it's hard. It's between either like Penny Tom,
Really?
Royd,
That's
Genetics, or
easy.
Pagon. You know.
Wow.
Oxy,
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
all them, like-
Not Oxy though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
not Oxy. I'm just trying to figure out which one I hate the most, but I mean they're all pretty equal. I hate all of them equally probably,
Okay.
except
Love them
Oxy.
all equally as well though.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, what's Oxy doing to like not be on your stinker list?
He's a nice guy. He gives me some hugs, and he posts some good memes sometimes.
Fair enough, dude. Panatom's meme game is like leveled up on Twitter. Is he editing those himself? Do you know?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's just
I think-
got some dude on payroll just.
Yeah,
editing
I
up
think
memes.
someone's like paying one of his fans is paying another guy to do it for him.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got fans paying an editor.
He's
so
got it like that.
He can post it
Yep, he's got it like
Damn.
that.
on his
dang.
own socials.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's big time.
Bro, I ain't got any fans like that. Winnie, you got it like that,
No.
dude.
Dude, someone tried to send me CS:GO skins yesterday.
Oh my
Well, I
God.
tried to. What'd you do?
They
Say
were like,
no?
yeah, I don't play the game, so I played.
That's money. They tried to send you
I was
money.
playing the game for fun. One game last night, and one of my subs was like, "Hey, send me your like Steam link so I can send you skins." And I was like, "No, I'd feel bad.
You can send them mine.
I'll let him know."
Yeah. NIKA subscribers and or followers that want to give away free money, and NIKA apparently just too rich to take it.
Dude,
My name's Mifflin. Please tune in my streams. All right, fellas. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. All right, I'm sick of hearing about this Mage solo ruining the meta. Like Typhon's Fang, too much lifesteal, Pythag's piece too valuable, Breastplate of Valor, best item ever. How do you fix it? How do we get Warriors back?
I mean, I thought maybe you just nerf Pythag's cost probably.
Okay.
Revert the breastplate thing.
Okay.
Because before they buffed it, I'm like, dude, this item's like the best item in the game, but like no one really builds it. Someone started building it, and then they buffed it. And you probably got to buff like other warriors or something, like warriors that aren't played. Like I don't know, like maybe like a Nike buff or like some random, like
Dude, you really want Sino to win Worlds?
Mulan or something.
I think Vamp
Yeah,
Shroud
Nike
needs a
buff.
Okay, it may not Nike buff actually.
I feel like
Guan Yu buff.
I feel like if Vamp Shroud gets nerfed and the mages have a low sustain for like the early phase of the lane, it would feel so much better. But like every
Vamp can get
mage you
nerfed.
play against has 3 damage abilities. They heal like 200 a wave, and you're just a warrior.
fair,
And then
yeah.
like 50.
And you don't really have great anti-heal options as a warrior.
And if you do, then you have a bad laning phase unless you're like the good warriors like Huck or something,
Man,
and
Ducky
yeah,
is good. Ducky was cooking people on that.
And then Yeah, I agree. So many warriors, we just never really see buffs for them, and like the class can't really be good if the gods are bad, you know.
Fair enough.
And our class passive is useless.
What's
Yeah,
the class passive
that's a
on
great-
warriors? CDR?
10% CDR.
Yeah,
It
and you're getting that anyway.
It scales from 5 to 10.
Yeah.
So at level 20, you have 10% when you're already easily at 40%.
You'll just itemize around it, bud.
That's just bad, though.
Yeah,
It's just-
and
then-
a lot of the good items have like a lot of cooldown.
Yeah,
on it.
like
Yeah.
if you're in your brain, if you're like, I need to avoid hitting cap in my build, then you're just building bad items, and like that kind of just shows that it's not very useful, you know.
Man,
Yeah.
what would you want the class passive to be?
That I have no idea about, but
HP scaling.
Maybe
10%
this one like adaptive like powered would be cool. Like I don't know, you
Yeah,
build
like
more power, you get more power,
passive,
or you get like, or like if you build more
prop
procs, you get.
based,
And you're
Yeah.
going straight into
Yeah.
the jungle with it, though.
no, make it prop based.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah.
everybody's one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how they did with Glad Shield. I think that's just how they should like handle warrior damage balance. Just make them more prop based, so you can't like put into jungle.
Right.
and
Yeah, it's just
stuff.
kind of annoying because it feels like kind of like a band-aid change.
What if
kind
there
of-
was
kind
just
of
like a
thing.
better anti-heal option for warriors?
Nah,
Would that be
that's
enough?
not enough. Okay, the way I see it, I've been talking about it on stream. I don't think the warrior class has like a set identity. It's balanced around.
Mhm.
I think it's always switching back and forth. That's why it's so hard to balance the role.
It's like a tanky assassin, or it's just a tank.
Yeah. I think that it would make more sense to just pick one and just stick with it and balance all the gods around it. So then, like, it's just easier to, you know, like, move the sliders on, like, how to adjust this. So, like, for example, we had the sigil meta, right, for, like, a couple weeks where solos were, like,
The worst
unkillable.
few weeks ever.
I don't even think so, right? Because, okay,
Yeah, I could imagine why you
No,
didn't think
as in,
so.
like,
I feel like it was kind of balanced then. honestly.
no, like, solos were really tanky.
Super tanky.
Until 6th slot, and then they were like, you know, carries could do stuff, but the solo wouldn't like kill you. He would just like force relics or force active like abilities and stuff, and that was just your role, right? You went into a game knowing what your role was as a god. You wouldn't go into the game like, I'm gonna solo this backliner, because you knew you weren't meant to. But then that was like instantly removed. Like Sigil got gutted, and then we're now back to just being like in this abyss of like, what do I even do? Unless I'm like Emma or Huck,
What do I do with my hands?
then I just do too much. You know, it's like
Fair.
I just think there needs to be more of a focus on what they want
So-
warriors to actually do.
So better tanky options, but you would need some sort
Not
of
necessarily. I mean,
range.
they could say like, oh, we want warriors to be able to solo backliners, and then balance the whole class around that. You know, it's just sticking to one purpose. I think would make
Fair.
more sense, right? Because like
Yeah.
kind of every other class has that, right?
Or
Yeah.
hear me out, nerf mages. Thoughts?
I mean, yeah, but then
Down with that.
that kind of leads
Yeah.
to this like consistent cycle in Smite, right? It's not really fixing anything. It's just delaying the inevitable of like mages will be back.
Dude,
That's the thing.
I hate mages. I hate mage players.
I think the game was great when mages were considered weak and they were still pretty good.
Yeah, but they're
And-
like the whiniest role. Full stop. I've done a lot of these
oh
role
yeah,
queues now.
100%.
Mid laners, when mid is bad, they I swear to God, I have to make them wipe their tears before
Because they
the
don't.
camera turns on.
They're like the least adaptable players. You know, they just like
They don't
I-
even have to aim half the time.
they have so
Someone's
many
gonna roll
cooldowns,
through
dude.
and just like
Just press
taunt.
buttons. My
Yeah.
buttons are up. I'm pressing them. That's me playing.
some mages have to hit the button twice. ESET, gotta hit it twice. Scylla,
It's
gotta
really
hit
hard.
it twice. That's tough. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard, yeah.
That's really tough.
Oh man. How are you, Baskin? Any thoughts for how to fix the role, or are you just like, I'm here to play the game?
I mean, I think when they removed hybrid items at the beginning of the year, that hurt warriors the most. And every warrior that's been good this whole season has had like power like on their passive or like in their kit.
Oh, that's
like,
interesting. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, like Herc, Bamana, except Guan Yu, but Guan Yu had just had a
Well,
really
Shred,
He was
so
just
Yeah,
so
similar.
bloated.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
so bloated. Yeah, Amma has power, Song Kong has power. Like pretty much every single warrior that's been a good tier, he has power. Like everyone has free power in their kit to make up for hybrid items being gone. And mages right now, like Pythax is pretty much a hybrid item. You get tankiness, you get
Yeah.
life steal, you get cooldown, you get damage. So yeah, so like I just feel like I kind of agree with Nika. Like we don't really have an identity. Like we're kind of a second support in team fights, and like a lot of the warriors that aren't viable, like Cullen's not viable, Arthur's not viable. They're like dive warriors, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yes, and that's what soloing used to be. You used to just like dive the back line, but now you're kind of like more like a second, like you just kind of CC the front line, in my opinion, on most of the viable warriors. I mean, it depends on comps and stuff, but for the most part,
I miss Kakulin, man. Watching Kakulin was so much fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite solo metas? I think that's always interesting to hear from the roles because no one has ever agreed.
Beginning
no
of
roles
season
ever
8.
agreed.
Beginning
Yeah.
of season 8 was the peak of Smite fun.
Peak of Smite, really?
In my opinion.
Yeah, personally, for me, beginning season 8.
Okay,
And
we're all agreeing. Oh,
I also really liked like 10.3. I think most people didn't like it, but
which one was 10?
That
Like,
was
it was
the
recent.
Monsters patch, right? think.
nah, that was like
Oh,
the kickoff land patch.
Oh,
like
that's
where like the
right.
change healers and all
where
that.
the mage items are
Yeah, I just like playing like Anubis and like Kibo and like.
I remember
Morgan
that.
Oh, so you
Fay.
do like mages?
Well, I like full. You bought full damage.
Yeah,
back
I
then,
loaded
so-
into my first scrim on that patch. I like top picked like Kukulin, and he's just like Anubis. And
Yeah, and like also like warriors are like pretty good. Like Vamana, Herc, and
Yeah, yeah.
Juan were
Yeah.
like really OP.
Yeah.
So like you could play like you could play warriors, you could play like mages. I mean, it's pretty unbalanced and like you got pretty lame playing versus Herc and Vamana and Guan every game. But
yeah, the Vamana especially was
yeah,
so sad to
at
watch.
first it was really fun when like you could play hunters because crit was OP. You could play mages because like the Deso, Tahuti, and
Do more.
Do more was really OP. But like once they nerfed like the mages, which I mean they were overperforming, and then they nerfed hunters. They nerfed hunters and mages, and then you can't really play hunters and mages in solo lane anymore. So then it's like those 3 warriors were like really OP, and then it was really unfun. But at first it was really fun.
Yeah, I remember start of season 8. There was just like so many item interactions was still broken, and that was just fun.
Yeah.
Like, Death's Embrace, like you could build
Yep.
that on any god, and you'd like heal off structures. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You'd also have like the CAD club, which would like a shield back then. You could like buff your healing and stuff like that.
Yeah, Bumbas was fun
Yeah,
as well. Like Bumbas was
Bumbas-
actually
Oh,
good.
geez, Bumba's hammer.
You could like
Oh
super
my
scale
God.
with Boombas, and that was really fun. And then like the warriors were just good. Like you'd have Bluestone tank boots, Gaia, like that build, and they like if a carry messed up, you would kill them, but you wouldn't just be able to flat out 100-0.
Yeah, they would have
you
to
know?
make a mistake.
They'd actually have to be bad, you know.
Yeah.
And like I think it just felt very flexible. Like assassins were really good in solo. Like Cleaner was really good. I was playing Bastet and like.
Oh, I remember that. You were jamming Bastet. Everybody
Yeah,
else was
yeah.
walking clean.
It just felt like there was a lot of freedom and like anything could work based on team comps and like how good you were individually. And I think as season 8 went on, it got worse because we got kind of pigeonholed into this Axe, Meditation, Blackthorn,
Oh, yeah.
Single Mail, Odin, Nike every game, and like it wasn't boring because the build was good, but like it got really stale compared to the
Yeah.
start of season 8. But that was my favorite season still.
Season 8 Star was so much fun.
Yeah, I loved it.
So we got season 8. We got 10-3. Baskin. Anything come to your mind? You're an OG player. I'd be surprised if it wasn't like. I'm thinking you're gonna say like season 2 or something for some reason.
Whenever like Bluestone and Destal were introduced, maybe that was season 3.
3.
That was
Yeah,
that was
season
3 or 4.
3 was really fun as well. That's when you
Yeah.
could do double starter, right? As well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would go,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Destal, Mark of the Vanguard.
Yeah. Well, like I
Was
remember
that Power Pot Jungle?
Like
Meta
Bumbas,
too?
right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
EU solo.
God, I loved that.
In EU solo, we would play Guardians with Mark of the Vanguard Power Pot start, and it was
Mark of the
super fun.
Vanguard is one of the most disgusting items of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
was
that item was-
ridiculous.
That item is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Tank boots as well. Like no one built tank boots for like so many years.
Reinforced
Yeah.
greaves.
Was it like
They're
20%
so
CCR
big.
on
Yeah,
those
they're
things?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
Like-
Why are they not building that?
Yeah, it wasn't even that
Yeah,
much.
CCR doesn't
it was a lot
matter.
less power, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of power on them. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, I miss boots too. Warriors Tabi every game.
Yeah, I actually like. I go back and forth on whether I miss boots or not. Like, because the start of season 8 was so fun with boots, and then as soon as boots was removed, it was still kind of fun.
It was still pretty fun. I think it was like it was very fresh.
Yeah.
Like, right then. Then they like, but that was also like when movement speed was the meta, and like
Yeah,
half
yeah.
the items had movement speed on it. And everybody's just zooming on map.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I miss boots, but I would say it got probably less fun like in the lane because like you built like a tank item first.
Yeah, you would rush a defense
and
item.
you
Oh,
can't kill anyone.
dude.
Especially now that powers are
Downfall
moved off of it,
jungle.
you are just rushing a full tank build pretty much. So
Yeah, boots meta was so much fun because as a jungler, everybody had to build boots.
Yeah.
Nobody's not building boots.
So you
So
can
there
make
was like a
anyone.
5 to 6 minute window where everybody's a squishy and jungle's just like, it's time.
I think that's way better for jungle as well than like currently as a jungler you're just like funneled into the mid lane for like a minute and a half.
Because you gotta like hover
know?
those mid camps.
Yeah,
you're there
yeah.
for like 3 minutes,
Like,
or
there's
you're
no,
ganking first wave on like duo, which is like,
Yeah, I feel like there's no real like decision making anymore, like on what side a jungle plays through, or like, oh I can go this side this game because of this comp and stuff like that. It's just like
Yeah.
nope, we have to go mid and we have to have pressure and
I mean that does bring me to a point that we've talked a lot about on the desk recently. Solo side of the map just worthless, right? Like it's just like
Yeah.
if a jungler is over on the solo side, like so often I'm like, why are they there? You know what I mean? Gold Fury's up over there. There's like
Shield
5
buff.
camps on duo side. Shield buffs actually cracked out. Like It feels weird to have junglers on solo side, and that's not to say that there aren't objectives. Like Totem of Skulls is obviously awesome, but a jungler is not going to rotate for that.
Yeah.
So like, what would you guys like to see changed, maybe map wise, to incentivize maybe some more solo side play?
Not even sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
don't have the
hard.
answers, but
Yeah, it's tough, right?
I feel like anything they've had on the solo side in the past has become way too snowbally, like,
Yeah, like
scorpions
imps.
and imps,
Yeah.
especially.
Dude, I used to hate imps. Was
Imp-
it season 5?
in 4, yeah.
Yeah.
That was lame.
Dude, I
Yeah.
hate every like 3 minutes is just jungle solo. Like let's fight over it.
I think it's really hard to put something on that side of the map because if it's ever in a 1v1, then obviously like the guy who's winning is just gonna 1v9 the game, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it could be too much farm. But I don't know. Maybe we just don't need a cooldown buff. It needs to be something more impactful. I don't know what it could be.
I don't know if it's BOP, but like maybe like a I don't know, you do like extra base damage or something per auto or something. I don't know, like extra damage somehow. Like
yeah, or like
maybe extra percentage
ability
damage.
lifesteal. I
Yeah.
think would be cool, but like instead of basing it off power like usual, it'd be off prots again. So like it'd scale pretty well. So if you're like a full build 6-slot tank and you pick it up, then you're actually healing like old Glad Shield pretty much.
Oh, Lazarus saying he thinks what if shield buff was just in soul lane, like you just like swap them CDR buff on duo side. I'm still not sure that that's enough to offset Gold Fury value though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like the reason shield buff has so much value on duo is because like if a carry's getting prots and a shield,
Yeah.
It's quite
then,
nice.
then they
Yeah.
can actually
Yep.
bully you. But if a
Yeah.
tank's getting stats they already have, it's like it's just
Yeah.
like a
I
little
can take
annoying.
one
It's
more tower
unkillable
shot.
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting.
It's probably like the nature of the lane though. Just there's two
definitely.
people in dual lane, so getting 2 people behind is always
Yeah.
gonna be more impactful than
Yeah.
getting 1 person behind.
God. Soul Laner's got it rough right now. They really do. You guys, it's an Athena meta, so you guys are getting ganked by globals
Yeah.
constantly.
I still think
Uh-huh.
the role is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I feel like people misunderstand when solos complain because like we all know our role is good. We never say it's bad.
Yeah.
Like
You're still rolling through. into a
it's not
team fight,
necessarily
owning.
in like a healthy state, sometimes. So I think that's like the thing people are like.
It's
talking
good,
about.
but not good in the way you want it to be. Maybe.
It's just not good for the game, right? Like you have a meta right now where like a mage is loading in and they're just stronger than a warrior off the rip, which like doesn't really make sense like based on the history of the game,
God, it's so annoying. And obviously, I've got a skewed opinion because I'm like a 2500 MMR stinker. But like, I'll roll through Soul Lane as jungler. I'm like, I need to defend my blue buff. It's a Raijin on the other side. I'm like, I got Raiju'd before blue buff spawned,
Yeah.
and now I can't. I'm sorry, bud.
then he
You
has
lose
it
your buff,
again.
and now Fire Mage X23 is pinging. He's drawing an L on speed buff to like let everybody know that I'm trash. Like,
Yeah, like I played a jungle game and I had a Sobek against like I think Haddix was playing Raijin and I had like a
GG.
Sobek on my team. And the guy's just like, yeah, I'm not getting any blues, like I'm not getting any help, and it's like, dude,
you're so back,
you
bro.
picked Sobek and they have Raijin. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, just unlucky. Go next.
Oh man, who was it that busted out the Sobek solo?
That was me in SPL.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever.
Yeah, I remember
I don't know
seeing.
why
It,
I
I was
picked it.
like, so he doesn't want to win or what?
Yeah, I was like, I
respect
don't
it.
remember why I picked it. I haven't even played Sovek in forever. I don't even like Sovek. I don't even know why I
It's
picked
a
it.
full fun pack.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, this could be good. I think it was like Sovek, like in like a few months ago, like people would go like conduit during like the Manticore.
Well, you were conduit gem Sobek. I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like
you weren't clearing waves though.
yeah. During Season of Souls, like Sovek was so annoying. Like you couldn't beat him in lane.
Oh yeah, that was right after his buff.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I'm trying to find a god that beats Raijin. So I'm like, I'll try Sovek. And maybe I shouldn't try it in a game 5.
Wait, that was game 5. Who was it against? Do you remember?
I think it was
It was us.
Baskin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
nice. When you
Fairlane.
saw the Sobek, what are you thinking? You're like, free lane.
Yeah, I mean, because I was playing Raijin, who has like pretty much like the best
Yeah,
lane.
you owned him. That's the best
And then
laner.
Yeah, so it just doesn't have like great clear.
Yeah, I thought maybe I could like knock you up during your 1 or something. And then,
Yeah, your guys' gank was actually pretty strong because you guys had Dodgy,
Yeah.
Sobek, so like the gank potential was actually like okay, but it was definitely like
Yeah, I couldn't
Dude,
clear.
just that first phase of the lane is Sobek.
Yeah, I feel like you were
yeah.
like 3 levels up by level 10 or something.
yeah.
like
I
that.
mean, just have way more clear. It's like
Yeah.
hard to.
It was Jover.
Yeah.
Tough. Game 5 though. Yeah, that's cool. I feel like the Oni Warriors more than anyone else, not even just in the league. Like you have more for fun picks on the Oni Warriors than my casual games, right? Like I feel like I load into a casual, it's Raijin, Athena, Opwash, like every single game, and then I load into like spectating an Oni Warriors game 5. It's like Sobek, Uller. Maybe we're getting like some goofy pick out of mid. Pagon feels like busting out a Susano or something like that. What's up with that, man? Why are you guys so for fun? What's going on?
I mean, fun is crucial to winning. You know, you just gotta have fun. But
Fair
I
enough.
mean, I think like before like start of the year, you could like pick way more like way more like different gods, just because like the way
Like
the meta
phase
was.
one?
Yeah, just like with
Do you
the
remember
way
the
I'm.
kickoff tournament?
Yeah.
It was our finals. It
Yeah.
was just like the
Yeah.
last game was like 8 carry picks, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could do more stuff back then. Like now it's kind of hard to do it, but I think just like Pegar and I kind of just play a lot of like variety of gods. Like Roy's like I think we get bored of like certain gods, or like spamming them or something. So
yeah,
it's
we
like,
could see that. We see that on the desk, too.
So like we don't want to play a certain god because we're bored, and like we'll perform better if we're like on something that we enjoy or something.
Fair enough. Is that like a constant conversation that you have to have with like genetics, for example? I feel like that guy's like, maybe you just play the good ones, you know? Like maybe this busted character is open, just like take it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes, yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think in scrims and stuff, like, I mean, like, we haven't been playing like that much crazy stuff because like we're just like trying to win and stuff. But I mean, it would be nice to play more other stuff. Like, you know, I'm kind of just like on my duty. You know what I mean? So it would be nice to play other stuff. But I mean, you gotta kind of, you know, try to win.
Fair enough. Does each team have like that one guy who's just, guys, let's just come on, play the meta. Like, come on. Is there a guy on the Jade Dragons? Is Mike sitting there like, NIKA, bro, like I get that you're the best pass stat in the world, but like maybe this is looking like a hurt game, you know?
I mean, you should always have a balance, but I think it's important that every team plays what they're good at, especially like individually. Otherwise, you know, like Saul said, like actually enjoying the game is such a big deal. If I'm just sitting there playing like 20 games of scrims in a row, like on characters I don't want to play, I'm probably just not going to be in a good mood. Or like,
Yeah.
Was it season 9 where you locked in like 15 Amaterasu games in a row? Or was that season 8?
That was season 8. I went 21 and no, season 7. We were 21-0 on Emma, and then I lost.
My God.
Jeez.
Holy
That's
cow.
crazy.
21 games.
That's
on
better than the
Amaterasu.
Sino Naja record.
Yeah, it was insane.
Borgar's record. Jeez.
You're a bag chaser.
But I
would not lock it in.
But I enjoy that god. That's the thing. So like
Okay.
for me, it's like that's fun.
Okay.
If I had to play like 21 like Odin games in a row, like I've played a fair few Odin games in my life, but you know, never more than like sprinkling in like
Yeah.
1 or 2. You know, a
Little
phase.
sauce pick.
Yeah,
God bless. 21 of the same character. I couldn't do it.
I think it was 21. It was,
That is
it was something
insane.
like that, and then we lost
That's
to
crazy.
SK. I remember.
But does your team like have a genetics like that one guy who's like a little bit more serious than everybody else?
I mean, I'd say we're all pretty serious. I'd say like we're probably more of a team that isn't too focused on like we have to play meta. I mean, look at Darda's.
Yeah, Darda's picks. Yeah,
You know, it's like
he's locking hair on. You got Aphrodite support. I get it.
it's like it's like sometimes it's kind of dumb to be too locked in on meta, but it's important to be able to play everything in case you need to. Is how I look at it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Baskin, I want to ask you about it too. Same question, but like I feel like your team, barring your jungler, like is always on meta, right? I mean, Cyclone Spin's gone through phases where he's like, I'm not gonna play Hunter, guys. Give me Bakasura, give me Bologna, ADC, whatever it is. But like for the most part, maybe, and it's just the vibe. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like the Ferrymen want wins more than anybody else. Like I swear,
Really?
the air changes in the building if Aurora loses game 1.
I feel like they're one of the more like creative and like
Dude,
experimental teams.
have you not felt it though? Like, have you ever like beat Aurora and then like look over and see his face?
He's just locked in. That's just
Dude,
how he is.
Yeah,
he
it's just
scares.
Aurora.
Like if Aurora
Game
wins
day
game 1,
Aurora
he'll
is
talk to
really
me.
locked in, you know. Like I remember I said like, "Yo, what's up?" to him, and he didn't even respond once. He was just locked in.
My
And
God.
I was like, "Oh God,
I don't know you.
I'm going home quick."
Dude, if Aurora wins game 1, he'll like walk out and be like, "Yo, did you see that? He's doing like his little dance. He'll dap you up." If Aurora loses game 1, I swear to God, he'll walk straight through me. Like Danny Phantom, I'm not there. He could be a defensive like lineman for any NFL team. He would just walk through me. Is that like the correct vibe, you think, or am I reading into it too much?
I mean, maybe a little too much, but yeah, we definitely want to win a lot. But I'm not sure if we want to win like more than other teams. Kind of like I'm sure everyone gets upset when they lose. But I do think we don't really play the meta. I mean, I guess we do have a lot of meta picks, but I feel like everyone's cooking like for the most part. And it's kind of like you got to kind of differentiate between like say like a god's like overperforming an SPL and like everyone's going off with it. Like obviously like you should try to like try it out, but also I think some teams can fall into the trap of like looking into win rates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And those aren't always like the most like indicative of how good a god is.
Or even like stat lines, like Baba Yaga, for example, I think is a perfect example of what you're talking about. Paul's coming out on Baba Yaga. I think he had a 24 KDA on like 6 games
I think it was like
played.
40. Maybe.
If you remove Paul from the KDA pool though, Baba Yaga was at like a 0.8.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I feel like meta as a whole is like, especially this season, it feels like it's more like, how does the team want to play their own meta? You know? Like for example, for the ferryman, Baba Yaga is like such a good pick for how Paul plays the game.
Gotta get it rid of it.
But it's like if you put that god in, like you said, in someone else's hands, it's not going to be the same because the team doesn't play around that pick or like with that pick as well. So I think it's important to not be too like locked in on the league's meta and just your team meta and like. Even if 2 teams play the same gods, like they might play them differently or use them differently and stuff like that.
Fair enough. I will say, Paul's Baba Yaga is like head and shoulders above everybody else's. I almost don't want to see anyone else playing Baba Yaga, if I'm being completely honest. Why no Baba Yaga solo?
It was like time for us to pull it out, dude.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, like.
I mean,
she's like tanky. She leverages the build pretty well.
I told my team that if Dardas doesn't want to play it, I'll play it. And
Dardas does not want to play.
They were like,
it.
You're good.
I said the same thing, and I'm like, but she's kind of boring though.
She is boring. I played her in ranked yesterday. I was falling asleep. Yeah.
Sometimes you pull the 5 red pot at level 2 though, and you just one shot the other guy. That's got to be a little fun.
I think the god itself doesn't have much fun.
Yeah.
Like I think she's really good.
She's too slow. I feel like.
I think she's
her abilities just are too slow. And
it's hard to make like plays on her. You can't just sit back and hit your stuff. I mean, which is fun sometimes, but I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's like the antithesis of what solo winners like want.
Yeah, like
I
you
want
want
to
to ride
in there.
I'm pressing 20 buttons.
Yeah.
2
Like
seconds.
Or like look at Merlin, like he's so fast and like so quick, and then Baba's like you ult, you're like you have to wait a second to shoot, and then you like throw your fire thing.
It's like slow lob.
Like
yeah.
It's like so slow.
Or you throw out the first ability, it's like it's the Y's like out, pause, then Y's off. Like I get it. It's a little slow.
They sped everything up in her kit. It should be really broken, but
please
so awesome.
Should be fun, but yeah.
Imagine Baba House shooting as quick as like Reginald. His machine gun.
Oh my god.
Dude. So is that a little spoiler though? Are we gonna see a little more
hope
Merlin
not.
out of the soul lane, you think, or what?
Baba?
No, Merlin. You said Merlin's fun.
Oh nah, he's not good at like full like tanky.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have any utility.
Unless you work a tablet in the.
Yeah, maybe
tablet owns on that character.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Merlin is a really good like litmus test for the meta on mages. If proc items are out of control, Merlin is at the top of the meta, and then I don't like that at all. So not seeing so much Merlin right now, I think I'm okay with.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other like spicy mage picks that we might be able to see? I mean, I know you guys don't really want to give away too much going into the last week here, but
Dude, I've been spamming Poseidon in ranked. I know you played it, right? In SPL. That god is actually a ranked cheat code.
Yeah, that was really
it's
lame.
actually so OP.
because you like solo objectives, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you tick every box. Like OP
Yeah.
lane, you can solo objectives, you can rotate. Like he does everything.
Yeah.
God,
Yep.
Poseidon's so much fun.
Yeah,
I miss
Poseidon's
Poseidon's
fun.
metas. Anything else? Any Scyllas? We're gonna see some Scyllas this week, perhaps.
I mean, maybe, dude. I love Scylla.
I think each shell is like
Really?
super fun as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
but I don't know if
Each-Shell.
people are gonna bring it to.
Out of the soul lane though, I feel like she's lacking a little bit what you want. Like
Really?
maybe like hard CC lacking
There's
a
a
bit.
lot of-
I mean, she has double hard CC.
I mean,
think she's really good.
She has hot CC, she has sustain, she has MS, and she has a billion buttons to press.
Yeah, I think
And
one
she's
thing
got
is like
mitigation now, so you can kind of frontline.
I still her late game isn't that good because like
yeah, she definitely
her ult
falls off. A cliff,
her ult's hard to use late
Yeah.
game. If you're like frontlining, it's hard to use. Like you can use it on like a diver, I guess, but like it's hard to like if you're in the backline as extra, you can just ult like your tanks and like weave it behind like your tanks and enemies. But if you're like in the front, you can't really do that.
Dude, it's tough too. Ixchel's in a weird spot where like late game, I feel like if I want to out of combat just ult my ally, I should like full heal him. But it doesn't do that.
it's really bad.
It doesn't do that. Like it's just
you
not
have
a
to be
heal.
using that like an in team fight.
Yeah.
What other mages are there?
There's like 50. They have
Agni
the
maybe
most.
that could be fun.
Dude, that got so fun.
Agni solo. That's a season 1 special. I remember back in the
variety special.
2-1-2 meta, and it, like jungle first came out, we were seeing a lot of Agni solo back then. Oh God, what else? What happened to Hades, fellas? Like what happened to that guy? He fell off.
The way I view it is like now that Hades is playing against other mages, who
Yeah.
He just can't hang.
They just have more buttons than that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
thing is, like against warriors, right? The Hades gets more power. He full goes the wave, and then he can
Full
just sit there
heals.
autoing you. You know,
Yeah.
like you're in the wave, you're taking damage from him. Raijin doesn't care. He's gonna clear the wave just as quick as you.
And you died
And he's
standing
just-
in it.
yeah, and then
yeah.
he's just gonna dash on you when you have no buttons up, and like you're not gonna outtrade him. You know.
Is that all it is? He's just out done by other.
I still think he's
solos.
playable.
Yeah,
I think
I
he's
still think
fine. But he lost like 11 games in a row or something in like SPL.
Yeah,
he was like 2-11 or
He
something.
had a really bad.
And I thought he was like pretty good still, but he just kept losing. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's probably because he was in like this weird spot where he's just only getting top picked, right? Like
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah.
this kind of god who cannot be top picked anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's fair.
He does have a lot of counters.
Yeah. Is there any like particular matchup that you would see in Solo and you're like, yeah, Hades is that guy? Because like every time I'm on the desk and I see Hades locked in, I'm like, yeah, he doesn't really have any like bad matchups.
It's been Amma, right, historically. But
Amma's done pretty well, but I don't even think Amma like.
I feel like
bullies him.
I feel like that's playable, you know, for the
Yeah.
Amma. Like you know, it's just a lot to do with the influence around the Hades, I think. Like playing
Fair.
for him.
That's fair.
Anubis owns Hades.
True.
Does Anubis own Hades?
You just
Like,
win
Yeah.
the
straight up?
DPS war, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lame.
If he ults and you just ult him.
It's
Yeah.
not lame. It's cool.
Dude, no, that's lame, bro. I want to be able to ult. I gotta stand still. I guess you're both standing still.
Yeah, you're both
Yeah.
standing still.
It's fair then. He just hits harder.
But Martichoras owns Anubis, so you could like you do some flexing there, you know.
Ooh,
Yep.
True.
dude, Marty's kind of a stinker now. No, though.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like we've seen him once this phase. And
All right.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it was-
Royd was owning in that game.
he did own.
yeah.
But who? I feel like he was like not getting dope.
PCAT played him this week.
Oh, that's right. PCAT.
Yeah, Wowie in that
Really
rank
good
game.
as well.
Wowie in that
Wowie in this
Sam's-
rank game
Sam's
today
rank
dropped
game,
like
yeah.
60k.
Oh yeah,
Really?
64K.
He's back. Marty's back.
I don't want Marty back, bro.
Me
Yeah, I don't
too.
want to.
Yeah,
That
we-
character is crazy.
He had his time, you know.
Yeah.
He's had his time.
It was fun though, to play.
Did you get to play him a lot?
Yeah, I played him a lot. I got him like Masters border and ranked, and I played him like every game. I got him like, for sure I got him diamond after like once he was in ranked. So it took me like a few weeks to get him diamond. So I just played him
I
every
played
day.
him every game he was open. I'm playing
Yeah.
Maman every game she's open in solo as well.
Oh, what are thoughts on Maman? Do we think
So
she's
cool.
like, is she like good in solo? You think, or is that just
No.
like a ranked thing?
I think she's really good in jungle and maybe in mid, but solo I think she's like
Yeah, I think you need like damage to be good on her. Maybe
yeah, I
maybe
would
if you go like Typhons and like
I would not go tank on
Sankara,
her.
but
You
yeah,
can't get away with tank.
I think her lane, like the first 3 games I played of her in lane, I was limit testing so hard. I got soloed every game. Won eventually because the gods are
Yeah.
OP, I think. Now I think I know how to play her in lane, and like she's like pretty low pressure, but she does crazy damage. Like you can definitely get solo kills and stuff, but it's probably troll to keep her out of jungle.
It is very deceptive, I think, where her damage comes from.
Yeah,
We have not
definitely.
seen like a split opinion on a god release like Maman in such a long time, whereas people are like, she's either the worst character that has ever dropped on
Yeah.
Smite or she's completely busted.
I think she's really difficult.
She's super
hard to
tough.
play.
Yeah.
Like I usually when I load in with a new god, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I need to do. But with her, it's like, okay, am I even using the 1 correctly? Like, what does the 2 even do? Like, should I dash in? Like, there's a
Does the
lot.
2 do other stuff?
There's a lot.
Does a lot?
Like, I'm pretty sure the 2 does a lot.
It does a lot of damage, and
I'm
it's
pretty sure, like, a-
slow. She's not allowed yet. I haven't learned.
makes him take like more damage, like a 5%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
you
it
get
does,
more
What?
damage.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does some sort of damage.
marks them?
Yeah, it does like
increasing
it does like a ton of
yeah.
stuff. It does like
Yeah.
4 things or something.
What?
And you can like hit it multiple times on.
Yeah.
I've been using my 2 to secure long range kills like an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's fine as well, yeah.
but if I was giving me bonus damage,
I think
Yeah,
you want to like start out with it, I guess.
Yeah, you want
or your
to-
ult, I guess. But
Yeah,
I was playing her yesterday. Do you know what her ult does? Like the mini game around her ult.
The soul orbs.
the
The
orbs,
soul
making the
orbs that
size,
makes
yeah.
it bigger.
yeah,
It's crazy.
That I'm rank 6 on her.
You didn't know that.
Rank
I had
6.
no idea.
oh my god.
I'm a jungler, bro. Of course.
Do you go Mirrodin on her?
No, I haven't. Is that,
You
is
should.
that
gotta
the
go-
way?
That's like
you
her
gotta
best
go.
item.
You gotta go
Yeah.
Mirrodin.
You,
I've
you
been
just start
like-
every fight with your ult, and you just the ult gets the
Okay.
Mirrodin damage, and you just one shot.
Yeah, if you ult in 3, you just like
Yeah,
you like
you-
one shot them basically.
It's crazy.
Okay.
I think she's really cool, but she's also
When do you slot Mirrodin? This is just for me now. We're not even. doing
I don't know, just
you're
whenever.
helping Me out.
like 3rd or 4th, honestly,
fourth?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, run me a build real quick.
Well, I played a jungle yesterday. I went Boomba Spear, Doomorb,
The
Deso,
same.
Mirrodin,
Okay, I'm dropped off.
and then I think I went like Poly Typhons.
You like Poly on her, really? I think it's hard to weave it in.
Everyone told me to go Poly, so I was just trying it. I mean,
It's like if you
fine.
one cancel right, it doesn't give you the poly proc. And
Yeah,
I feel
actually-
like most of the time I'm one cancel.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think it's noob. But
Yeah, it feels really noob.
I'm kind of on the page where you just go full power and like try and one shot with the ult and 3.
Yeah, kind of like flat pen and stuff like.
Yeah.
That's so divine.
Okay.
I think she's gonna
Similar
be
to like Athena almost.
she's gonna be one of these
Yeah.
characters where like everyone's gonna have like a different style on her. I think.
Yeah, she's super interesting. Do you think that she's gonna be SPL viable? Like, are we gonna see Maman like at Worlds maybe?
Yeah,
I feel.
maybe.
I feel like.
I'd be surprised if
Yeah, I
she
mean,
is like.
I kind of thought she was like
unplayable.
super broken.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
It's the delay on
I
her
think if you're
damage,
good at
I
her-
think, where she struggles. Like me personally, and again, 2500 MMR stinker over here, so take everything I say, it means nothing. But when I'm at like that 31 minute, we so often see like 4 people dancing fire, junglers 1v1ing in mid.
Yeah.
Like if there's a Camazotz or something like that on the other side, his damage is just I'm hit, right? Whereas
Yeah,
Maman, it's like I need to get my passive to roll through, and
Yeah.
it's not that slow.
I
but
think
it's
she
way
definitely has
slower.
bad 1v1 matchups, but like
Yeah.
I think she's the type of god if she starts the fight on someone with her ult, she'll just win it, guaranteed.
Fair.
But,
Yeah.
like obviously Kama's like horrible for that because you can
Yeah.
just 3 your ult.
Maybe it was just bad matchup. That was actually Aggro's little brother. He almost cooked me. Thank God.
Yeah, like, that's how I've seen this god in ranked. It's like she does insane damage, but you need to know how to play the god, and it doesn't
Yeah.
mean the other full damage gods won't just beat you in a trade. You know, I think she's like, I think she's a pretty healthy god. I think people are probably just overreacting about how broken she is because like it's new. and they
It's
don't know how to
new
play
and it's
against it.
weird seeing where damage is coming from. I really
Yeah.
think that's the casual issues. Like they don't
Definitely,
understand
yeah.
what's hitting them.
Like you're just getting ticked by the one, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden like 500 damage from the passive. It's like
Yeah.
you know, you just have no idea what's happening. But
Yep.
I think over time she'll be like received better. You know. by most
Do you think
people.
she needs any adjustments, or just kind of leave her as she is? And
I think she's personally. I think she's fine how she is.
okay.
Maybe how like one like slam does too much damage, like when you're out of the fuel.
But it feels so good. That's like her only
Yeah.
like boom big burst.
I don't know. Maybe tweak her numbers a bit, but I'm usually of the opinion that like only damage characters, because she only does damage pretty
Yeah.
much, right? It's better to just leave them like fairly high damage because they need to be playable.
It's like Camazotz when he's like,
Yeah,
out
and
of the
just,
meta.
and
It's
just
like,
let people
just
figure
doesn't
it out. You
numbers.
know, there's always gonna be matchups like Kama, for example. I think is one where she'll struggle, and it's just more entertaining when like there's counter matchups. You know, and like
Yeah.
but the god is still strong. You know.
Yep.
That's fair.
One thing I think is crazy though, her 3 goes through walls. Like you can dash through player-made walls.
Does it say
Really?
that?
Yeah, in the tooltip.
Huh.
It says it on
The
like
heck?
the second line.
Like Odin Cage and stuff.
Yeah, and like you mill
What?
walls.
So it's got
I didn't know that.
Ganesh dash tech.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What the
It's
heck?
insane.
Why?
I actually didn't know that.
So why?
Yeah.
No,
I had
I'm
no
with you
idea.
On,
I've
on
been
that
playing
one, I'm
wrong.
like, okay, that I don't agree with. That I think should be counterplay, but it is insane it does that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I had no idea, dude. These new gods, the tooltips are like,
Yeah, her
So it's
tooltips
like-
are so long. I like you don't even have enough time before game starts to
Yeah.
read it and figure it out.
You look at Vamana too, it's like
Yeah.
plus 200 damage.
In a cone.
or like overhand smash. Well, now we're knockup immune at least.
Throws
Yeah.
out an umbrella and it returns to him. That's
Yep.
from Mana 3.
Yep.
That's literally it.
I remember when Thor Hammer was like the most complex thing. It's like if you double tap, it's bonus damage. I remember I was mind blown at 12 years old.
Dang.
All right, fellas, we're about done for time here, but we can go around the room. One word for the fans at home. Baskin, I'm gonna start with you.
One word.
One word.
Hi. I don't know.
Got it. Saw it.
Thanks.
Oh wow, that's a good one. Very humble. You've got hard shoes to. Nika's got nothing for you, Smite fans. He doesn't want to say anything.
I'm
That's
done.
That's it. He's done. Roll Q over. Stay tuned for something else probably.